Hi there, Aquarius. It's Jen here. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm doing your mid-February 2021 tarot reading. I'm going to try to read my notes while I shuffle. We'll see. One thing that happened right off is that when I was preparing this fortune cookie that I had, or the message, I don't even know, for like a month, really jumped out at me. And again, I've had it for kicking around, so I don't really even see it anymore. But it says, oops, I had it cut off. Winners expect to win in advance. Life is a self-fulfilling prophecy. So I thought that maybe that might have a message for you. Let's see if I can. Oh, there's something on the candle. Okay, so getting into the channeling, I saw stormy times. So, but coming out of them. So literally there could have been a storm that you're dumped a lot of snow or something that you're having to deal with here in February. But I saw it more actually as a turbulent period in some area of your life, and that's starting to clear. And I feel like it isn't necessarily going away. So maybe you have a really obnoxious coworker or family member. It's not that this person's going to miraculously, become a different person, but you in your brain are going to be able to get to a place where you just you refuse to allow it to kind of poison other areas of your life and poison you. Excuse me. To drag you down to their level, like kind of a Seven of Swords energy, kind of. But I see it a shift in you. I'm going to protect myself. I'm going to have boundaries, and I'm not going to feed that negative energy. I'm not going to allow myself to lower my vibration, because that's what these lower vibration people do, right? They get you, and they get you to get into anger and annoyance and anxiety, and it's like, wait a minute, why am I allowing that? I have to give permission for someone to do this to me, to spend all this time worrying and stressing and being upset. I'm not sure the problem is solved. I think it's more of a conscious decision to allow others and their bad energy and bullshit not to take on that energy. Cleansing, salt baths, guided meditations, but you really release it. It isn't that you're thinking, I'm not going to let this person bother me, but you're fuming you're fuming about it, really, or white knuckling. It's just like, rah. You're really, I don't know, something shifts in you, some change in perspective, and you really just let it go. I see something may break free or release. It could be something literal. And what came to mind is in New Hampshire, there was called the Old Man of the Mountain, and it was like this rock cliff face, and it actually, I don't know how long ago it was, maybe 10, 15 years ago, fell off the mountain, and it was just one of those iconic things. I think where is that, Franconia Notch or Cannon, something, somewhere around there, I think. So it could be something literal, but of course it could be, it could kind of be this like breaking free, releasing, not trying to control or manage or deal with something, releasing yourself, breaking from that responsibility. You may even find yourself saying, you know what, this is none of my business. They're an adult. What, I can't, no one could, I don't want anyone controlling me, even if it's so obvious they're going down a difficult path or making big decisions. That's the way they will learn and will be better for it. So sometimes allowing people to make their own mistakes and not rescuing them and allowing them to deal with the consequences. I see you burning the midnight oil, but burning an oil really stood out. So if you need your furnace clean, don't leave candles burning, things like that. Just be mindful. I see though you by candlelight kind of like I just was when I was channeling. Um, I actually really been into it's it's winter here. It's actually gorgeous here. It had been raining yesterday a little bit and then it froze and turned to snow, so the trees are just coated with like an inch or two of snow. They look frosted. It's so beautiful. It's magical. Um, so when I've been doing this channeling recently, I've actually on YouTube look up fireplace and either have actually I forgot to turn it off one of these readings, so there was like clicking in the background. It was a fireplace, a fake fireplace burning. I don't have a YouTube fireplace, but it was that atmosphere of it sort of being late, just enough light to right by. There's just a mood to it and an energy to it, and it boosts your creativity, and having something like some white noise or um, that fireplace and crackling or waves crashing or whatever a rain falling, whatever you find pleasant and comforting. But you can also, it's background noise. Some of those things, maybe they'll help with anxiety, maybe they'll help for meditation. I feel like there's maybe messages that could come through, downloads. I see if you do some of these meditations in like a salt bath, and also that serves as psychic protection. You could get any sort of black stone under there. I have a black tourmaline, which I really like. This is I can't remember what it's called. It's a garnet, but it looks almost black. Any of the black stones will do. Maybe even you can get Epsom salts with a little bit of black charcoal in them. Okay, keep going, Jen. I see you writing, doing research, working on something. Or it could be busy and you're just working long hours, not literally up at night. But I see you being super disciplined, sticking to a schedule, really doing the right thing. Okay, so audits, forensic research and audits came up. So if that would resonate with you, really sort of digging in, figuring out what happened and where we are now and how are we going to move forward from here. So I don't know. Maybe someone left the company and you've been tasked to get into their work and there's like their issues. You're trying to figure out what the heck happened. Something like that. But you're definitely, doing the right thing, not the easy thing. So it may be, oh, I really should go verify that, like really doing all the detail work. Then for someone I saw playing board games, and even specifically Catan, which is really fun, but figuring out a way to do things like that remotely via video chat. So that would be just for a few people. This was weird. Okay, I was like, okay, what's going on? Any messages for love? And I saw a clown, like a clown dressed in kind of white with the big ruffle neck thing clown. And I was like, okay, that is creepy. What's the deal with this? But then it really called me back to Cancer's reading, and it had for people that were involved in theater performances of any kind. It doesn't have to be theater, whether a school play to Hollywood movies. Someone that is involved in those in some way. So honestly, it could be someone that worked at a movie theater, but this could be anything from you know, an actor, part of the production, a comedian, writer, stagehand, box office, hair and makeup, set design, CGI, editing, advertising. And then, the movie The Holiday with Cameron Diaz and who else is in it? Jude Law, Kate Winslet, Jack Black, Eli Wallach, who's the best thing about any movie, I think. Um, but Cameron Diaz's character creates movie trailers. So I don't know. I had shrug emoji. I have no freaking clue. So those are the messages that came through for you. Maybe you just love that movie. I love that movie. All right, what's at the bottom of the deck? The Moon card. Yeah, so this is kind of that stormy, maybe even dreamy, emotionally, a little bit confusing, like what's going on? I'm not feeling great. I'm feeling a little stressed. I'm feeling a little worried. I can't really see my way clearly. It's foggy. And that was that energy, that stormy energy that I really feel lifting. Maybe it's just been freaking gray and rainy where you live, and it's getting to you, it's affecting you, which happens, right? So this is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I personally connect it to Pisces, but I think it's maybe more Cancer. Then remember when the sun comes out, it makes everything clear. The shadows go away. There's just a period of time where you may have to wait. You may be in limbo. You may be uncertain. You may be waiting for test results. And it's very hard not to spiral and, spiral with negative thoughts and worst case scenarios. And so I don't know if maybe you're having some medical tests, but it's just that period when you're like, what's happening? What's going on? Maybe you took an certification exam. Maybe you took the bar. The bar has been coming up a lot, or came up in another reading, which is a lot for me because I don't think I ever had the bar exam coming up. So waiting, I guess you hear pretty quick nowadays, I think. Maybe I don't know how they take the bar. I know the MCATs are all electronic, but I think those take a while too. Never mind. But yeah, this is also a receptive energy, just sort of waiting and being patient and not trying to force anything, but giving yourself time to wade through those feelings and figure things out and sort things out. And we need that time. It can also be a creative time as well. The next card that flipped out upright is the Page of Cups. So this is a love offer. This is a fresh start, messages about love. You could hear that someone else is dating someone, or is getting married or having a child, or any sort of those milestones. Someone may reach out to you, someone from your childhood, someone from the past. I'm thinking over social media potentially, and may message you, and you're like, it seems like this is a little more than just a friendly hello. Like maybe they're fishing or trying to, see if you're single, reestablish a connection, or establish a connection if you didn't know each other super well. There's some people on Facebook that you know really well, or Instagram or whatever, and then others that I don't know how you went out with them once with a group of friends, and I'm trying to get the glare off the moon card, but it's not really working. I bought myself some flowers, you can see in the background. I just needed something to brighten up. That one pink one, I don't know what it is, but it looks like fireworks for some reason. Maybe there will be fireworks. You'll meet someone and there will be fireworks. If we get some Pentacles cards, they may be sort of the old-fashioned person that brings flowers, does things really traditionally, but they could bring flowers anyway. Pretty. Judgment. So I felt the justice card, making a decision, doing the right thing, discovery. Isn't that part of the legal process? Getting strong lawyer vibes. So maybe you are a lawyer and that's why you're burning the midnight oil because you have a big case, or you're studying to become a lawyer, or you're thinking of becoming a lawyer and have to do well in school so that you can get into law school. All sorts of things, right? This is a wake-up call. And these can happen for, an infinite number of reasons. Sometimes it's something that happens to us. Sometimes you hear of something happening to someone else. A college friend of mine who was a childhood friend of one of my best friends from college was killed in a freak skiing accident. That's it, 49, just gone. Devoted father. And, that's a wake-up call. Having a medical event, having someone that's kind of similar in age have a medical event makes you go, well, fuck, if it happened to them, it could happen to me. Or, it could be going to the doctors and stepping on the scale and being like, oh my God. Or just a general with the pandemic, life is too short. I need to start living and making things happen. But when the judgment card comes up, there's something, you make a decision and you don't go back. I always use the example of my mom who started running in her 40s and is now 78, or will be 78 by the time this video comes out, and still runs Monday through Friday, and will often go on walks with me too, like 4-mile walks on the weekend, if not more, because she made a decision that she was going to do this and stick to it, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? Or someone else could be making, you could hear of a decision someone is making. Someone could be declaring their love. I mean, it could be anything. Wow, the death card, judgment and the death card. So it definitely could be hearing of a death, like I was saying, or a near-death experience, or something that really makes you think about your own mortality. I don't usually read the death card this way. But you then make a decision and you transform. Maybe you become vegan or vegetarian. Maybe you become, maybe you change careers. But this isn't necessarily, often it's something, even if people can't put their finger on it, you seem a little different. You could migrate away from certain friend groups and towards other ones because, I don't know, you're finding a better fit, maybe a higher vibration. And it really, with the judgment and death card together, really, really powerful. Even the moon as well. So if you've been having times where you've really been struggling with something and trying to figure something out, maybe you're unhappy with your career, unhappy with a relationship, or unhappy with something, how something is going in your life or with you, there's some sort of wake-up call. There's some sort of something that where you're called up. Okay, called up. So that's, I'm sorry, I have a scratch in my throat as always. If you're in the military or you're married to the military, your parents, I feel like someone may be called up. Stepping up. Maybe you need someone else to step up to help out, and you give them a wake-up call, like, look, you need to help out because, this is not working for me. So sorry. You could have to let something go. You could have to let a relationship go. Just like, come on, doesn't have to be that that harsh, but for some of you, I think it will be, where you're like, look, you need to step up or we're done. So someone could be saying that to you. Could go either way, right? But, or this is happening in to someone you know, but something about it you take to heart. It changes you somehow. It has like a domino effect on you, where you're thinking, I've got to make a change. I have to step into this. I need to step up. I need to get out of denial and make things happen. What am I waiting for? Okay, so that is your reading, Aquarius. Thank you so much, and hopefully I'll see you at another video. Take care.